Do you work for a service company? Are you a technician? Are you one who is responsible for using tools and equipment that is someone else's, that is the boss's? And do you maybe not care for those tools and for that equipment as if they were your own? Well, after all, they're someone else's. And the boss has money, he'll replace it. It's not my problem. I just come to work, I just do my work, and I'll just throw the tool in the back of the truck, and where it lands, it lands. Maybe I won't care for it as well as I should. Maybe even as well as the boss would like me to. But after all, he's got money. Not my concern. Or is it? Let me tell you why it is your concern. First of all, thank you for watching. If this is Job Tips and Straight Talk, I am Greg. From the heart, my heart to yours. Unscripted, unedited, with all the coughs, sneezes, and whatnots in the video. To talk sometimes straight, sometimes difficult to you. That didn't sound right, but that's okay. Tough conversations. Tough monologues in this case. So listen up. If you are that service employee who handles tools in a haphazard way because, after all, they're not your tools, they will impact you financially. You say, well, the boss is going to pay for that. I'm not going to be replacing that hammer. I'm not going to be replacing that sprayer. I'm not going to be replacing that hydraulic tool, that electric tool, that what have you. If I, broke the ear protection, headphone types ear protection, gosh golly, or I tore that mask, that respirator type of mask, if you're in some sort of remediation, require those sorts of things. I lost my work boots that the company provides. The back brace or the what have you. It fell out of the truck. It's okay. The employer will pay for it. Listen to me. When your boss has to buy extra tools and equipment pieces and those sorts of things because of your neglect, it cuts down on the bottom line, the profitability, number one. So the company has less profit to then be able to provide incentive bonuses and goodies and surprise extra amounts of money if your company is ever inclined to do that. Many companies are. My company, we have a small company. We do that for our employees. But you know what? If I have an employee that is abusive to my tools, equipment, and so on, and I have had some like that, then I'm not going to give them a bonus for some proficiency something next month. Well, guess what? It comes out then of the employee's pay, essentially, what the employee did not get. Or maybe that employee will be less favored when it comes to pay raise or promotion time. You follow my point here? Take good care of things in your service company that you work for. Pretend that you owned the business and take care of things as if you owned them. Because believe me, especially in small companies, when you have, say, 2 to 20 employees, owners are much more aware of who is doing what and who is caring for the tools and equipment and so on. Now, if it's somebody who's got, 150 employees, it may be more difficult to pin that issue on that employee because there are too many people maybe to be able to do that. But just the same, if they look at how many times they have to replace certain tools that may be really prematurely being replaced because maybe a tool should have lasted 3 years and it lasted 6 months because of employee neglect. Well, still, employers will work to a bottom line. Employers work to a profit line, and they have to. It is not greed. It is to ensure their long-term viability. And so if you as a service employee are careless with tools and equipment to the extent that it costs the employer more money, they'll say, okay, if our profits are shrinking over here because of this, we have to increase our profits some other way. How do we do that? Fewer incentive bonuses, smaller pay raise percentages. So let's say I'm inclined to give a 10% pay raise. I might make it 5%, which means it does come out of your pocket in the form of not receiving it in the first place. So let this be a lesson for you, because oftentimes employees don't think about these things. And why? Naturally, they've not been the employer yet. They have not been the one to put out his or her own money to buy quality tools, or even lesser quality tools, but to buy the things, to invest in all of the things necessary to ensure that the employees have the tools and equipment that they need to do the job. So their mind isn't thinking that way. And I understand that. I get it. So please have pride of ownership, even if you're not the owner. And you will find your job will be, first of all, more secure. Your company for which you work will be more secure, have more long-term viability, and you may find yourself receiving better pay raises, more favorable treatment, more paid time off. That is holidays, if you will, not just free time off, but you follow me. Better vacation benefits, who knows? Your company may be even positioning themselves to provide other sorts of just benefits in general, small benefits, insurance and those kinds of things. But if the costs of replacement of tools and equipment items prematurely are out of sight, then the company can't afford to provide those extra benefits. Oh, and one other thing, I'll tell you this. We have, for example, we provide 6 paid holidays. We're not federal, we're not state or municipal or county, so we don't give every time the president sneezes a day off. But the 6 standard holidays, so New Year's, Thanksgiving, Christmas, 4th of July, Labor Day, and Memorial Day. Those are the 6 paid holidays. Well, if I end up having employees who are costing me a ton of money because of the issue I just described, I'll just cut off one of those holidays. So rather than paying all my employees to stay home for New Year's Day, I'll just make it, it's just a day that they're not working, but they're not getting paid for it. You follow my point here? I'll find a way to pull that money back so I can reinvest that if it's due to employee neglect. And so will your boss. Well, thank you for watching this. I appreciate it so much. Please like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. And I hope you enjoyed this straight talk video from my heart to yours, unedited, unscripted, hoping it'll help you have that dynamic job or career that you want to have. I will see you in the next video. Take care.